Hello, my name is Adam and welcome to my channel where I make a tabletop role-playing game from scratch on camera. And today is episode 25, a milestone in which I celebrate by publishing the Explorers RPG Vertical Slice Edition. Now you might ask, who's this guy and what's a Vertical Slice Edition? Well, I'm Adam, a hobbyist in role-playing game design, and I made this channel to force myself to work more continuously on my role-playing game called Explorers RPG. This has accumulated into episode 25, which is about 6 months into making the game and has resulted in the Vertical Slice Edition. The Vertical Slice Edition is a fully functional role-playing game that breaks down and becomes unplayable after a couple of hours because the rules only cover one scenario, the entrance to Castle Everhollow. A vertical slice is a project management term, which is when you set a deadline and a goal for all the components within the project. In a role-playing game, that will mean something like defining certain mechanics and rules, describing certain aspects of the setting, including a scenario which encompasses all of this and is wrapped in a well-formatted document complete with artwork. The reason why I made this is, first of all, because it's cool, but also because I want to release this as a playtesting document for others to play. And I want to show my audience the direction I want to head in. I can't just throw out a link to a Google Docs document with a draft of some rules where you have to figure out the rest. I want you to get excited about what I'm making, so I want to show you a glimpse of what this thing can become. So if you want to be an unofficial, official playtester, comment down below and I'll get in touch or something. I haven't figured that part out yet. Maybe you could comment a good way for me to come in contact with you. I have no idea how to playtest this, so be patient. Oh, and follow me on itch.io and download the Vertical Slice Edition, link down in the description. Okay, let's go through what I've got so far. We have an introduction, which explains that the players, among other civilians, are shipwrecked and stranded on a beach next to an abandoned castle after they fled from a calamity. The point of the game is to explore Castle Everhollow, which grants resources to survive and thrive in your new environment, and this edition focuses on exploring the entrance to the castle. Next, we have some basic rules about attributes, skills, countdown dice, which are basic resolution mechanics. And here we have some items, some more advanced rules about distances, moments, and how time works in the game. Not all of these rules are fully developed yet, so they're lightly touched on here, and I'll write a longer section when I get to develop these ideas further. Next, we start with the settings section. Here I lightly explain the refuge, which is the base camp to the players. It doesn't have any functionality in this scenario, so it's just an explanation. The same goes for the Barsack, which is a parallel pocket dimension within Castle Everhollow. It will be heavily featured in the full game, but here it's dumbed down significantly. Here we start to explain the castle itself. I start to explain the scenario, the entrance to Castle Everhollow. I start with the gatehouse, then continue on these pages where each other rooms are explained. This section is for the GM to read and to see what the intended play and purpose for each room is. It really goes deep into the details of what the design is, and then I tell the GM to break the shit out of it. Lastly, we have the whole scenario summarized in one page spread. Here we have maps, stats, descriptions. Everything is here so that the GM hopefully don't need to flip through everything in order to run the game. As I said in episode 22, I want to separate the preparing for the game section with the running the game section to make it easier for the GM to prepare and run the game. Hopefully, this works. In the back here, we have the legal stuff and the content I want to add in the future. So there you have it. The Vertical Slice Edition is live on itch.io and it's a living document. So it will be updated depending on the feedback that I get. Please like and comment down below if you want to make a Vertical Slice Edition of your game. Subscribe and follow me on twitch.io, and don't forget to share this with your GM. They'll probably like it.